back in the RV, in the truck with the RV, and we are headed back to Andover. I was waiting out of the RV for Jed, the service manager. And
poor Jed.
Yeah, Aunt Robin went in and she bought a pillow and did a little shopping, and then
That's what happens when they make you wait. You buy stuff.
Yeah, and then I didn't see her for a while, and then she comes out with some guy following behind her, and apparently that's Jed, and she let him have it inside the store. I'll let her tell that story.
Yeah, well, after waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting some more, I finally asked somebody, could you check on Jed's ETA? Because they said he was out making a park run or something, and he'd be back in just a few minutes. Well, about 30 minutes later, the woman who wasn't even in the service department, she was just, there as a cashier, went and found him. She said, I found him. He'll be here in just a second. I said, it takes a woman to get things done, doesn't it? So here comes Jed, and I'm like, dude, I've been seeing him walk around here for the last hour. If I'd known that was him, give me a break. So anyway, he walks up and he said, is there a problem? And I'm just like,
is there a problem? Hold up.
Yes. I said, there is. I said, me and my husband dropped off our RV for service at 10 a.m. Monday morning. At that time, we were told that we would have some news on Tuesday about it. Well, Tuesday went by, didn't hear anything. So Wednesday, we call, leave a message for a call back on it. Didn't get a call. So I finally called and had to leave a voice message for Dawn, and said, whatever, I really want to hear something. I would try to be really nice, but I did sound perturbed. And it was about 30 minutes later, he calls me on my phone, because I left my number, and he told us at that time that it would be ready on Thursday.
So this is Wednesday?
This is Wednesday afternoon, late afternoon probably. It'll be ready tomorrow. Great.
Sometime tomorrow.
He said, when it's ready, we asked the ETA, and he said he didn't know. He said, but when it's ready, I'll call you. Wonderful. So here comes Thursday. Nothing all day. Finally, between 4:15 and 4:30, we call. Woman answers in the service department. Hey, we need to talk to Don. He had said our RV was going to be ready today. We hadn't heard anything, so have him call us. About 10 minutes till 6, which service department closes at 6, Eric finally makes a call back. And this is what he learned.
Then Don left at 5 o'clock, 30 minutes after we left a message for him to call us. And I proceeded to let this guy have it over the phone, and he kept his peace, and he was like, okay, he says, I'll put all of that down on a sticky note, and I'll slap Don around for you in the morning.
And then he said,
and then I told him, I said, have somebody call me first thing in the morning, please, so we can get a status update. He said, okay.
Friday morning.
This morning.
Nothing. Actually, we woke up at like 10.
Yeah.
And the place opens at 9. So at that point, we knew we didn't get a call first thing. And so we were like, well, we'll wait. And we waited. And we're like, we had told them that we needed to be gone on Saturday. And they were like, oh, okay, yeah.
Oh shit, where am I?
So anyway, sorry about that. We had to pause for a second. So anyway, we hadn't gotten a call, so we waited on Friday to get a call about our RV.
About 11:50, yeah. We called at 11:15, didn't we? Yeah.
We called at 11:15? Okay. Well, Eric called at 11:15.
And, sorry. I'm traffic in Concord. And we called at 11:15, and
had to leave a message.
Again. And then this is where she said that they had the wrong phone number. I'm like, are you kidding me? And I have no less than 8 times left my phone number with a message to call me back. It was taken down 8 times.
Yeah, and he called me with my number.
And he got Robin's number when she called and left the number, and he called her back. Never called me back. So we waited for a call back, and we had had enough. We walked the dogs, and we were about to go and just drive down to Chichester.
Just show up.
To show up and find out what the hell was going on so we can get some information. And just as we're about ready to leave, the phone rings.
And it's Dawn.
It's Dawn. Anyway, so we went over all that, and Robin went over that with the service manager, Jed, and how did Jed react?
Jed just kind of acted like he wasn't really paying attention to me while I was talking to him. His eyes kept like darting off to other places, and after I told him our whole story and everything we've told you, and I said this is really unacceptable. I said this has been the worst customer service experience of my life. And he just looked at me, and I had to go, what are your thoughts on this? And he looked at me and he said, well, what would make it better for you? Well, the fact that we were charged $139 for a diagnostic fee on diagnosing what we had already told them
was wrong,
and lights don't work, need to be replaced. Okay. I said, I don't think I should have to pay that from everything I've gone through this week with never getting a phone call back. Anytime we wanted any information on our RV, we have had to call.
And even then, we don't get the information. We don't get a call back.
Yeah. It's like we had to keep calling to the point where they were probably sitting there going, Lord God, please get this RV out of here so we don't have to deal with this anymore. That's the point that we were, calling so much. And, finally he was like, well, let me go get your paperwork and look at it. Yeah, you do that.
Yeah, and he came out and he took a look at the lights that are on the running lights on the front cap and how they were sticking out and not placed right down. I understand you may have had to diagnose that because I hadn't diagnosed that one. But the awning, as I said in my other little video while Robin was in the store, I diagnosed it. I know what was wrong with it. We've already repaired that strip once before, so Keystone, take note of that. Your awning lights suck.
Yeah.
We were going to try and go for a brand ambassador, but they're probably not going to like us after they hear we got to say.
They're not going to like us after that.
But anyway, he came out, took a look at it, and he came back and looked at the paperwork and came back and told Robin to take the credit card inside and tell them that he said to reimburse the $139, which is good. He remedied that. And then as I was loading the RV on, he asked if it was all right if he stood up on our A-frame and reached up there and tried to tuck in that wiring. And I said, that's fine. So he reached up there, and the adhesive's basically gone off of it, which I kind of figured it was. And he asked me if I wanted him to go get some silicone and put it back in there. And he says, but if you're traveling right this minute, it's probably going to blow right back out of there, which is true. And I told him, I said, honestly, look, if you can find some way just to stick it down there so it doesn't blow off while I'm driving right this minute, and we get back to Andover, we're going to park it for the night, I'll get up there and I'll put some adhesive in it so it seals up overnight. So that's one thing. One more thing I've got to do. But he did take care of the 139, which I'm happy about. I was just tired. I'm tired of all this crap.
Dealing with all the BS.
Everything's got to be a fight.
Yeah, it's got to be a fight. And what's kind of funny is that the two people that were dealing with service at the same time I was were having issues as well with their service department. So, yeah, not the only one.
Yeah, and they've got this neat, nifty little sign that from, I don't even know his name, whatever, but he's like, if you're not happy, I'm not happy. Here's my email address and here's my phone number. Well, guess what? We're going to edit this thing all up and put it in a nice little package, and we're going to send it to him.
Yeah. His last name is Leonidas. I think he's the head of Camping World / Good Sam, all that. And I'm like, oh, wow, you're getting an email.
Yeah.
You're getting an email.
So we will let you know if we ever hear anything back about that, which I doubt we will.
I doubt we will. If it's like everything else.
Yeah, especially since we're going to put it into a vlog and a podcast, and we're going to throw it out there into the world. So I'm sure we won't hear anything about it. But you know what? You people out there, especially you newbies and greenie weenies, you all got to know this is stuff you're going to have to deal with. And I've been in the customer service industry for 31 years. And I've worked for every kind of major telecommunication company you can think of. And I can tell you the one thing I have learned. The squeaky wheel gets the oil. And it sucks having to be the one that bitches and moans and fights.
It's horrible that you have to be that way.
It's horrible you have to be that way. But as I've said in my other rant at the beginning of this whole thing, the customer service in this nation has just gone completely down the drain, and it's ridiculous. It's just as simple as talking to your customers, keeping them updated, and if your computers go down, have a backup system to track everything so that you can answer a question if it is sent to you. And if somebody leaves you a message, call them back. If you tell them you're going to call them, call them. That's simple. So, Mr. Leonidas, or I guess that's your name, I don't know, whatever. If you even really exist, I doubt we'll ever hear from you, but...
It's not even a real person.
Not even a real person. Anyway, that's going to be that. So we're headed back now. And got to park this thing, fix the little light up there, and then try and get everything loaded up in the next 4 hours.
Get home and
so that we can still have time to eat and
get some sleep
and do some laundry.
Get the
and
hell out of Dodge.
Try and get out of New England at about 7:30 in the morning. We'll see. And then we'll hit you guys up with some more videos along the way and stuff, and then we'll be trying to do the other podcasts and everything on the road. So until then, love, peace, and bacon grease, y'all. Bacon.